And one of the episodes now has gone past 125,000 views, and for that I thank you very much.
Whiskey 6 Lima calling CQ, hello CQ. CQ calling CQ, hello CQ. Whiskey 6 Lima Golf. Whiskey 6 Lima Golf.
Hi, I'm Jim, W6LG for Ham Radio Basics. Welcome to my radio room here on Wolf Mountain. Going to be doing a series of videos called The Art of the QSO, and by that I mean the way you carry on a contact could be really brief, might be 5973 and that's it, or it could be an hour conversation with someone. That would be, of course, the exception, but there are some things that you might want to think about doing or maybe changing in the way you carry on a contact or if you will, QSO with somebody. And so, based upon my experience since 1963, I'd like to describe to you some of the things that I think help during a contact and some things that you might think about not doing so much. I'm not going to be critical. I'm just making some suggestions. If you use them, great. If you don't, okay. What do I mean by the art of the QSO? It is an art. It's not something that goes on in a vacuum. And a lot of times, from what I hear on the air, a lot of times new guys and even some guys who've been around for a while, in many cases, they're not listening to what the other guy is telling. And I say guy, it could be a man, it could be a woman, I'm just generic guy. Could be what that other person is saying is not being understood. So it comes down to situational awareness. Pay attention to what the other guy is telling you. If he says you're 3 by 3, 3 by 5, could be 3 by 9. I'm missing about a third of what you're saying. You're really strong. Well, how does that happen? Well, there may be interference. There may be atmospheric noise. So the guy's signal strength is great, but the guy that's listening to it is missing words here and there. It could be static crashes, could be any number of things. The guy that you're talking to, or the guy on the other end of the conversation, assuming it's two people, says something to the effect that you're weak. You need to respond to that in a way that helps him out. It could be by saying your name more than once. My name is Jim, Japan, India, Mexico, Jim. So that he has at least two shots at getting it. What I hear happening is the guy who's been given the rather weak signal report doesn't seem to comprehend what that means. So he'll say something, well, hi, my name is Jim, I'm in Grass Valley. And he stops talking. He doesn't say over, doesn't give the guy a clue that he's turned it back to him or that he is receiving now. Again, I'm offering the suggestion, and that is that pay attention to the signal report that you get from the other station. It's crucial in how you respond. If the other guy says, you're 5 by 9 plus 10, then maybe you can just carry on this back and forth where you're not exchanging call signs real quickly. You're just kind of saying a sentence or a phrase, and the other guy says something in response. And that's fine, provided the other guy tells you that he's hearing you well. So pay attention to the signal report that you get. Try to be aware of the situation that you're in at that time. Is there a lot of interference? Is there a contest going on? For example, last weekend there was a DX contest. If you heard a guy calling CQ, a DX station, and let's say it was PD7DX, and you answer PD7DX, and you give him your name, your location, your signal report, all kinds of information about the weather, your antenna system, all that stuff. That's not good for him if he's in a contest. All he wants to hear from you, basically, is 5 by 9. And while we're on that subject, many times in contests, the contesting station will just give a report, and the report is, frankly, meaningless. Everybody may be 5 by 9, and everybody that he talks to may give him a 5 by 9 report. So in this first little episode about the art of the contact, I talked about listening to what the other guy is saying and responding to it. You get a weak signal report, emphasize. If you get a really good signal report, maybe you can go to some kind of quick talk break-in operation. Think about that as you make contact with guys in the other parts of the world. Most of them are really nice people, and if you can carry, and that's true of most guys in ham radio are just neat people, and their stories are interesting. And if you get to dig into it just a little bit with someone, it can be fascinating. I've talked to a guy today for an hour, and I can tell you where he works and what he does. And it turns out we have a mutual friend, Raumat Amidan, AE3RM, who's a musician. It's great fun to talk to him. And again, it goes back to the art of the QSO, paying attention to what's going on, having a good time. Really, it is. It's an enjoyable thing. Please put a note below if you have some suggestion or some idea about the art of the QSO or what you do to make your contacts more enjoyable. Put it down so we can all read it and learn from it. That's it for today. I'm Jim, W6LG, for Ham Radio Basics. Thanks for joining me. See you the next time, and